Hey guys, welcome to That Pedal Show VCQ. Dan here. I'm coming to you from beautiful Portofino Bay Hotel in Orlando, Florida. I'm out here on a family holiday and it's the last day of my holiday, but I just wanted to take a few minutes out to answer some questions about the Friday video, which is my pedalboard build. Loads of you had really lovely things to say, including Paul Abbott, Dave Olson, Matthew Collis-Long, D. Mack, Matt Abercrombie, Victor Gigia, Rick McRae, Todd Miller, the Greenside Project, Patreon Icon, Add-on, loads more. Lots of really lovely things to say about the playing. And JT Music Official said, Dan, please release EasyJet, as it's one of the most beautiful things I've heard. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. I think the idea with this, putting together a board like this, getting all the right combinations, and anyone that's done a big build like this knows that getting the right combinations of pedals, it does take time, but, and the thing that Mick and I bang on about all the time is when you do find these things that connect, and there's the right combinations, that it can pull things out of you. And that was certainly a moment. Mick and I had come from the flight from Athens. We were really tired, but when you have tones like that, it just inspires you. So thank you very much, guys. I really do appreciate it. Loads more of you said really lovely things. I can't read out everything, but I really, really appreciate it. Okay, a couple of things. Apoquil, and loads of other guys mentioned the mattress amplifier. To be honest, I've always felt that I've been really close with my sound, and don't think for me it wasn't nailed until the Matchless. That amp is just, it's magic. It's so great, and the way it pairs with the Laser J as well, beautiful. So I'm delighted with the Matchless. Darren Anderson and loads of others mentioned the clip of the gig at the end, and would there be any more recording of that? No, there won't be. That was a gig that we did with Joey Landreth, and it was a really special night, and Mick and I record and we hear ourselves played back all the time. We have such a fond memory of that gig, but I just took a few little snippets out of it to show the pedals of the rig. And in actual fact, I won't go back and listen to the whole gig. I'm going to leave it as magic as was in my memory. I don't want to hear the real thing and destroy it. We won't be releasing that anytime soon. Okay, Christian Steinclogger. So what's the green pedal? That green pedal it's a controller for the Analog Man ARDX20 analog delay. It's called the Amazio, and if you hook that up to the analog delay, it gives you modulation and also gives you tab tempo. So it's like a little CV controller for that pedal. Loads of people asked about what happened to the Strymon Timeline, because I'd always gone on about how much I like that pedal. So when I was in Tin Spirits, that pedal was used on 2 albums, and there's some specific sounds that pedal had that were on those albums. So while I was doing Tin Spirits, I literally couldn't do a gig without that pedal. It was really important. However, now I'm not doing that. For the delays, I'm literally using the ARDX20 and the DSD2, and I'm using those in the Wetter box, and I'm blending between those two. And that gives me most of the delays I need. Of course, I have the reverse delay from the Tensor, and that is epic. But I'm not using any of the filtered modulated delays that are in the Strymon. So I don't need it at the moment, and I'm loving blending between the DSD2 and the DX20. It's an epic thing. But also, I'm using real tape now as well. So the multi-head thing is giving me those times delays. So I've got all the delays I need. Okay. Jim Marciano And loads of others want to know if I've tried the new Retrosonic flanger. And West Chilton and Carlston Flygener wants to know what happened to the Roxanne flanger. So no, I haven't tried the Retrosonic. I will try it soon. I will get that and the new Thorpe. We'll give that a go. Sorry, there's noise happening overhead. So what happened to the Roxanne flanger? So this is really interesting. When I went to put it on the board, and it's a fantastic sounding flanger. What I noticed was when I did some of the cleaner things that I preferred the sound of the Hartman for the clean stuff. So for this board build, the Hartman won out. But like I said, eventually, as soon as the Thorpe flanger comes out, that's going on the board because it's an absolute monster. Okay, loads of guys asked this. Matthew Maneri, Andrew Dorr wants to know where's the King of Tone. So the King of Tone I was using for a low gain thing. Now that for the moment that's been replaced by the Bad Bob Boost, also by Analog Man. The King of Tone may be put back in that position. Yeah, well, I'll need to see because there's, you know, it's an amazing pedal and I do love it dearly. Yeah, we'll have to see. Okay, so the big question that was asked in the video, and loads of you guys, including Russell Harnish, Paul Van Hoon, Wildfire Music, Chris Cassidy, and loads of others, said, how are you getting 17 pedals in the 10 loops of G2? Okay, so I'm going to do a diagram of this, and you'll see it now on the screen, but I'm also going to put it up on our Instagram post. So if you want to have a look at this, go to Instagram, search for That Pedal Show. You'll see the diagram of the signal flow. The key to this is using the stereo loops in G2. So in loops 9 and 10, from the send of loop 9, so I've got all the mono pedals that are going to both amplifiers in loops 1 to 8, okay, which are all the gain pedals. In loop 9, from the send, I split that send. One side goes back to the left-hand side, which is the dry side. The other side goes to a wetter box, and that wetter box has the delays in it. So the wetter box has 2 pedals, and that is in 1 loop. Okay, so I think people have seen 2 pedals in the wetter box. They count that as 3 pedals, but no, in actual fact, the wetter box has 2 pedals in, and that's in 1 loop. All right, that's in loop 9. And then same thing in loop 10, tremolo pedal. Okay, from there, I've got the 2 outputs of G2, left and right, okay? One output is going to a wetter box, and that is being turned on remotely by G2. And the other side is going to the reverb pedal, and because that's on all the time, it's the matchless. Okay, from the wetter box side, I think that's also then going into the input of the tape delay, and I'm turning that on and off with a remote switch in G2. So anyway, you'll see it on the signal path diagram. It all makes sense. Okay, right, nearly there. T. Kevin Russell says, very cool rig. I'm interested to hear how you manage volume changes as you switch through various pedals and amps in your live set. Are you so dialed in that you don't have to chase appropriate volumes? Or like me, you realize you're too soft or loud in the mix because someone is complaining? So yeah, so what I've found over the years is that generally the heavier tones, the heavier the tones get, in actual fact the volume raises ever so slightly, because when you get to that part of the song that needs that big gain boost, it generally also needs a dynamic lift. But it all depends, and like I said in the video, I am running those pedals no louder than Unity. They're not boosting into the amplifier, which gives me a lot more control over controlling the level. Yes, but I think that deserves a show all on its own. Don McKenzie and loads of other people commented on the weight of the board. To be honest, it's not as heavy as my Matchless, it's not as heavy as my Marshall 2x12. I really don't have a problem with it. And I think it's really interesting how, convenience for a lot of people is so important. You know, I totally get it. But that rig, it's the closest I've come to being, I'm so happy with it. And so yeah, I very happily lug the thing around, but it's not that heavy. Yeah, I'll weigh it and let you know. Okay, And finally, I Like Grapes says, if Dan would learn to play the guitar, he wouldn't need 14 pedals that sound the same. Well, I Like Grapes, I hope you're having a great day, mate, and you know, maybe. But that does lead me on to, I am doing my chord vlog, and you know, and I'm really into, you know, studying again. I'm so inspired at the moment. So yes, I Like Grapes. Maybe you're correct. Maybe once I do get all these things under my fingers, I won't need all these pedals. But for the moment, I do. So there. Okay, guys. I'm going to get back to the family, back to enjoying this holiday. But again, massive thank you to all those who said really very nice, kind things. I really appreciate it. Have a fantastic week, and we'll see you soon. Cheers, guys. Bye.